A much needed good week for the side. 2,241 up 111 spots to 166 overall. We've been sliding the past few weeks, so to move up and be back in the top 200, we'll definitely take that. Hopefully we can keep it up, go in the right direction. These last two bye rounds definitely going to be the most difficult, so hopefully the team can take advantage of that. But for now, it's good to have a week like this. We made 3 trades: Atkins to Brayshaw, Zeeble to Keys, and Sheasel to Lloyd. It was an L this week, trading out the North boys. See how it goes down the track. I guess to put a positive spin on it, we have 2 less round 15 bye players now, so that'll help considering how difficult of a bye round that will be. But onto the team, won't go through everyone, but some important ones to talk about. Sicily was outstanding again, but suspended again. Fingers crossed the tribunal verdict goes his way, but I'm prepared to trade him. I know my trades are low, but I don't think I can go another month without a premium, especially one of Sicily's caliber. Lloyd, like I said before, we brought in. Really favourable matchup. St Kilda league points to defenders. We've seen what the likes of Sicily and Zeeble have done in previous weeks. And of course, Horse chucks him on the wing for 3/4. He was really flipping the magnets around, messed with Errol as well, played off of half forward a lot, didn't get much inside mid time. So both their scores didn't count. And that's just great. We trade in a premium for their score not to count. Hopefully we see Lloyd in the back 50 from the opening bounce on Friday night. Will Day, it's been a rough time since trading him back in, but much better against Brisbane. That's what we want to see from him. Lairdy as captain, King. Merritt got hard tagged by Kono in the first half, like he was sticking to him like super glue. Got moved forward to start the third and made a massive impact from the get-go. Really good move there by Brad Scott, and well done to Zaki for shaking off the tag. It did look like he'd have a case to answer for a potentially dangerous tackle, but luckily that was thrown in the bin. Brayshaw also brought in, solid effort. Neil, don't know how many contested possessions he had, I think it was pretty low, but 30 touches and 14 marks, just a 102. You'd assume that was a lot of outside ball. And these last 2 premiums, real frustrating to watch. Walsh had the 35 touches, but no tackles, only 8 contested possessions. I was at the game, so from the eye test I could tell he was getting a lot of it, but it wasn't going to be a big score because of the little impact his touches seemed to have. So I'm not surprised by the 93, but it's just really disappointing. I don't know what Carlton are doing. Just play the man in the centre bounce. Change it up. Whatever they're doing isn't working right now. Just chuck Walshy in the middle, please. And Jack Steele played 1/4 of footy, non-existent for the rest of it. Also frustrating to watch right now. Johnson took advantage of some of Frio's outs. A very nice 96. Definitely take that. Briggs tons up again, so he'll be at a very nice price next week when it's time to trade Clary back in. And he could make a legitimate case to be your R2 if you're strapped for cash or low on trades, something like that. Could be a play. Very risky, but not the worst if it has to come to it. In the forward line, Dunks and Taranto just continue to lead the way. Errol we spoke on. Brought in Keys. CBAs were a little down compared to the last couple of weeks, but free matchup against West Coast did his job. See how he goes moving forward. Won't be surprised if he goes to tag Dacos, but we'll see what happens. And Eddie Ford on the bench. Great stuff. Moving up the ground as well to get some of his touches, so that's great to see. With my current trade plan, I don't think I'll have to trade him to get Clary back in, so that'll be handy to have him as forward cover for the remainder of the season. Trades this week will most likely depend on whether the 3 weeks for Sicily stands. If it does, we'll trade and we'll just go to Sinclair. Already had his bye and probably the next best option. Been a bit up and down lately, but we know his role, we know what he's like at his best. More than happy to bring him in. And if I do make a second trade, I might consider going Angwin out. Break even of 37. There might even be a chance he doesn't beat it, so I could just go him to Marich even. So something like that. Because we should have 18 playing, and Angwin would make it 19, and his score would probably be the one that gets dropped. I'd put my house on that. So we could just do Angwin to Marich and then bank the cash for Briggs to Oliver next week. So if I did this, I'd have 249k in the bank. Not quite enough for Briggs to Oliver right now, but Briggs' break even is still in the negatives. Should be more than enough next week. We'll just do these trades for now, just to have some trades in the video. See what happens at the tribunal, but this is what we've got for now. So with the current trades, this would be how our team looks heading into round 15. 4 blue dots on field, making it 18 playing. Although there could be some hope Sharp comes back with Brisbane's injuries. I don't know, but maybe. Our weakest links are Chincotta, Johnson and Ford. You'd think they'd all keep their spots, so we should be okay there. Captains this week, Dunkley to Bond will probably be what most go with. Definitely have to have Dunkley, VC or C. 4 of the last 5 have been 145 plus, I think, from dunks, so he's on fire. I'm kind of liking Stewart VC into Dunkley. Feel like some clutch points will be up for grabs in that Port Geelong game, and the Cats defense might be pressured a bit. So I don't mind taking a gamble on Stewart VC and Dunkley in his current form. I think that's pretty safe. As captain, now I've probably jinxed it, but that's what we'll go with. Like I said before, during trades, plan for next week, Briggs to Oliver, and then we just hope for the best from there. Definitely have some frauds in the team, missing out on some of the big guns, but not much we'll be able to do with the trades we have. It's just on the players to perform like we know they can. Anyway, that will do it. Good luck to you all for round 14, and see you in the next one.